I got so excited this morning. I'm reading this book. It's called Something Deeply Hidden by Sean Carroll. And it says, remember that if you shake an electron, it emits light. By shake, we mean just accelerate in some way. An electron that does anything other than move in a straight line at a constant velocity should emit light. And it's so beautiful because it's like, this is what our mitochondria are doing. Like our mitochondria push electrons through the electron transport chain, and we literally emit light. It's so beautiful. And it also made me think of, I moved into this house like two years ago, maybe 3 years ago at this point. And when we moved in, there was a bunch of stuff in the attic. So we went up in the attic, and in the, I don't know what decade this was. It was like when people were starting to do aerobics and stuff like that, whatever. They used to have these shake machines, right? Like people would stand on these, but this machine was like ancient. And like me and my sister, we tried to turn it on, and it started smelling like it was burning. So we just like forgot about it, threw it out at the street. But you put this belt on you, and you would stand on this machine and turn it on. And it was to get you to lose weight. It would just shake you. And it's like every time we move, we are creating and emitting light. It is so beautiful. So like you could just stand there and like shake your body like they did. This is essentially what workouts do, right? When we shake the body, when we move, we create heat, we create light in the body. So it was just beautiful. I read that and I was like so excited just to just be reading about light. And it just makes me think of the mitochondria. It's so beautiful. It's so gorgeous. Like you're a biochemist, like you can stay stagnant. You can stay stuck if you want to, like you don't have to move, right? Like you can keep, receiving the symptoms, receiving the guidance, and choose to stay in the same place, or you can be the biochemist that you were born to be. Like you don't have to go get a degree in biochemistry because you're born a biochemist. Every single breath, every single step. And mitochondria also are listening to our thoughts. I think that's something I sometimes I forget to touch on, but like we can perpetuate stagnancy, or we can perpetuate light. So like when we are constantly sending these good thoughts about our body, when we know who we truly are, like I made a video yesterday, the body is always going towards a state of healing. It's always going towards a state of health and homeostasis, whether we know this or not. So like it's important to remember who you truly are. My body is beautiful. It is constantly healing. My cells, they're working with me. My mitochondria, they're bumping, they're backflipping. They're creating more of themselves because mitochondria have their own DNA in the cell. They can create more of themselves if you want. And you can increase their functioning. It is so beautiful. It's so gorgeous, So, that's all I have to say. It's just like believe in your own body, and then remember, like, I don't know, just like for instance, like we don't think about light. I think about light all the time, but like when you touch your forehead and you feel the warmth of your forehead, like that is light. It's infrared light emitting from the body, and people don't like the word, like they don't like to talk about like energy, like I tell people sometimes, like I love light and biology, I love energy, and people don't like that because they think energy like that is like a woo-woo topic. But it's like, what do you think your body's made of? Like, why do you think we're eating food? We're eating it for minerals, and these minerals, they hold a charge of voltage in the body. And this is going to be responsible for, like, even if you just are surface level wanting to lose weight, that's going to be responsible for losing weight. If you're scared of getting Alzheimer's, dementia, that's, again, why are we eating minerals? We're eating it so that our bodies can function in a higher capacity of light. And this is your health, They feel you before they see you. What are they feeling from you? They are feeling this light, this energy that you're emitting, this warmth. Oh, it's so beautiful. Silence is your superpower. Picking a few cards from the little deck. Silence is your superpower. You don't have to say anything. I work in a restaurant. I'm a server, so every single table I go up to, my meeting with them is already set in stone. Like sometimes I can pick up the energy of what they're feeling. Like I had a lady the other day. She was really like, there was something going on between her and her husband. You could just pick up things. And she was really, like, not having it. And she was trying to, like, she was almost taking this energy out on me. And so I just, like, softened up And, you know, she softened up with me, you know. They feel you before they see you. Silence is your superpower. Like, sometimes you don't have to say anything. And, like, your light saves lives, right? Like, you're walking about the world. The energy that you're emitting, like, people feel that, you know. Like, you don't have to say anything. Sometimes our words just cloud what is really the underlying current of energy flowing through, because we get into our heads instead of being in our heart. And when we're in our heart, like, we're open and we're flowing. And sometimes our minds try to control everything, kind of mess us up, trip us up, you know. When we stay open and relaxed, everything's flowing, and it's just a good time. So I like that book. It's Sean Carroll. I found him on a lot of the books that I found are from like podcasts that I've gathered throughout the years. Like, I probably had this book here I probably had it in my possession for like 4 years, and I'm just starting to get around to reading it. But I found him on a podcast. I think he was on Joe Rogan. And so, you know, check him out, Sean Carroll. He has a few great books, but it's a book on physics, but of course he's talking in a relatable way, because I'm not a physicist. I'm always trying to learn, but math, I don't know about it. So I'll pick 3 cards. All right. Fall in love with renewal. It just reminds me every single day. Every single day we are renewing. You're a little biochemist. You're a biochemist. You're always renewing. The cell is always like wiping out what it doesn't need and renewing itself. Like, when we go in the sunlight, we're renewing ourselves. When we create energy in the body, we're creating a capacity for renewal, because there's always, it's just like brown leaves on a plant. There's always parts of us that are needing to die off. We're needing to shed what we don't need anymore, right? There's mitochondria even in the cell that aren't working to their full capacity. So we need to cleanse and renew. That's why when we work out, we're breaking down the muscle, we're breaking down the bone. Fall in love with renewal. Fall in love with your daily circadian rhythm. Increase your circulation, again, with the workout, with the movement. And you're increasing your circulation. Circulation carries our sugar around the body. It carries waste around the body, so we can eliminate waste. It carries around oxygen. Circulation is, again, stagnancy. You can choose stagnancy or you can choose to move. When we're moving, we are creating light. We're expanding our light. So increase your circulation always. And do you know how bright you are? Do you know how bright you could be? You know, do you know how bright you are? You are so bright. You are so bright and full of light and love. And, you know, it's hard to see it. It's hard to see it. That's why I love this picture. That's why I'm always pulling up this picture, because it's like, when I look at you, I can't see your little cell, but I know that it's there. I know that you have all these little mitochondria in your body, and I know they're just always working, like, they're just always healing you. Your immune system is like healing you. And so I love visuals. Like, in my gym, like, I have all these pictures of the muscular system, the nervous system, the immune system, digestive system, because it just reminds me of, like, again, you look in the mirror and you don't see yourself for who you truly are, but you're a conglomeration of trillions of cells. Beautiful, gorgeous, you know. We forget how beautiful we are. We really forget how beautiful we are all the time. We forget how loved we are by all of our cells and our mitochondria. Like, I always say, like, your body is your first home. It's your first family, you know, and your cells, they're like babies. They're like children. They're always waiting for you. Or like even a pet, like a dog, is just waiting for you to come home to yourself. Like, how excited does your dog get when you get home? They're like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. I've been waiting for you to come home all day. You know, that's what your cells are like. That's what your immune system is like, just waiting to love you, waiting for you to just give it some food, give it, you know, scratch it behind its ears, you know, like whatever rows your boat, right? Go for that walk outside, like, you know, eat a healthy, nutrient-dense meal full of amino and fatty acids. Like, that's how the body is. It's just waiting for you to come home to yourself and to increase this light capacity. So this is what I have for today, for this morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. We don't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen, you know. Don't expect the worst, okay? We're not in the business of expecting the worst. You, as a biochemist, you're in the business of light creation. Like, who knows? Like, you might meet your best friend for the next 40 years, you know. You might meet the love of your life. You know, you might get a job offer. If you're tired of being in this job that you're at, you might, like, something, like, who knows what could happen, you know. Things happen like that. So, you know, Alan Watts says we don't know enough to worry. So expect the best, and good things are coming. So anyway, you can like, share, subscribe if you found this video helpful. And as always, I wish you the best of luck.